Welcome along and welcome back to Meadow Grove Farm. Today we are entering our new field here. We're in field 4. This is the field we bought last time. It is currently full of soybeans, so we're going to get this harvested. We're destroying a little bit of crop, trying to get into the corner here. Not as much as if I'd turned around in the actual crop in the middle of the field and tried to get this header done the other way. So I'm quite happy with that. But, yeah, we do need to get these soybeans out. So this is one of the 2 jobs we have to do today. The other is, last time, what have we not got unfolded now? Oh no, we are folding it in. There we go, get it unfolded. So the other one is to use our new animal feeder. We are able to do mixed rations for our cows now. So we're looking to be doing that next time. As always, we're starting with the auger into the field because we don't want to whack it on any trees or branches or anything, which this is a mapper is a perfect example of that. So we've got the auger in so that we don't want to end up with our hitting our auger against trees like that or hitting it against trees like that. Yeah, that should work out perfectly. But I want to get this field done pretty quickly. This is our final visit to Meadow Grove, of course, as well. So we are moving on after this. It's been a fantastic map. I have absolutely loved this map. And we may revisit it again. Of course, the reason why we're moving on is Seasons will be out tomorrow. And I am massively looking forward to that. We'll actually be on This Is Island tomorrow without Seasons. And then we're starting on Oakfield Farm with a full Seasons Let's Play on Thursday. So I'm hoping you guys will enjoy that. For now, though, of course, we're continuing here on Meadow Grove. We're going to get this field cut, get this into our storage, and that will be perfect. I'm also going to release the save game from this. So if you guys want to continue on from where I leave off, feel free to do so. It will be available via the community tab on my YouTube channel. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. For now, though, let's get this. Let's get the first 2 headlands knocked out. See where we are. See how much soybean we get from this, and we'll go from there. Second headland nearly done, and we have 30% in our tank, which is all kinds of amazing. This field I don't think is fertilized. Let's just have a look at our crop. So we have no fertilization, but we have no weeds. It doesn't need ploughing and it doesn't need lime. So that's good news on here at the very least. We're not going to have to plough this at any point. Not that we are going to. You guys might have to plough it if you want. But it is a pretty good place. It's not needing lime at the moment either, which is good. So yeah, that's all nice. That's all working brilliantly as it should. We don't have any fertilizer on this at all, which is a bit of a bummer. But we now do have enough space to maneuver. So what I'm going to do, miss that corner, come down here, and we'll divide the field at this point. Like so, make sure we are on a 180 direction, and then we know we're cutting directly south. If we can get it right, there we go. And then we're cutting directly south so that we know we're doing a nice straight cut down the field. And yeah, I don't think we're going to get much more than a tank on this. I think any more than that will be a bonus. But we'll see how full we get. We'll see how far we go. We are 36% full already. So yeah, maybe I'll get surprised, which would be fantastic. Well over halfway through this field now, and nowhere near halfway filled our tank. It's gonna fall a fair way short, I think. We've got a little bit left on the edge here that we'll come back and pick up in a bit. But yeah, this in general, we are not going to have a full tank off here at all. Not too bad, as seeing as soybeans do sell pretty well. But it's going to be... Well, what are soybeans selling for at the moment? Not that we're immediately looking to sell them, but soybeans are going for 1,163 at Meadow Grove stores. So, yeah, it's going to be... This field is going to be worth about 10,000, maybe just under. So, yeah, that's reasonable. Considering what we paid for it. So I'm not overly surprised by that. But it's good. This is the thing about this map. It is one of those maps where you have to do lots of fields to make money. Or you do a lot of silage, which, as we've discovered, silage is a real money spinner on this map. Final 2 rows now, and yeah, as predicted, we're going to be quite a long way short of a full tank off here. We're only just knocking on the door of 60%. So yeah, 5,000 litres in here. So yeah, the prediction, well, a full tank would have made us maybe about 10,000. This is really not going to. There is not enough here to make that kind of money. We are at 5,200. So it's not awful. Having it fully fertilised would have been nice, but as we bought this field with the crop in, it's not too bad, and we will make a good chunk of money that we spent on this field back. You know, this field was not an expensive field. I don't think. I think it may have been about 60,000, maybe 64,000. So yeah, we're gonna make over 10% of what we paid for this field back in the first harvest, which is absolutely brilliant. And we know we will make more than that back over time as well. So yeah, that is all good. And in fact, look, our canola field is done as well. So our canola field is ready to harvest. So we might as well go and get that harvested as well today. I'm going to break that up in the middle though by going and checking out our cows and giving our cows some feed. So we'll go and do that in the middle of this, and we could actually get this going on that by doing courseplay with it. So we could set courseplay off on the canola and get that started while we go and sort out our cows, because we are going to need this tractor to go and do the cows as well. But let's just empty this out. And while we're doing that, we're going to jump in the fence as well, get that positioned right. And then we will be in a position where we can get our combine. Well, we're going to have to take our combine in via field 3. Is going to be our best route. But yeah, both these tractors are going to be needed back at the cows in order to do the cow work. So that is out. Put that in. Drop off our header. And we can actually do all this as part of getting our... Oh, man, that's not a good sit. So I'll fold that in. Let's position this right. There we go. That is on our header trailer fairly securely. So I'm going to go and get the Lexion into position on field 3. We'll tip what we've got in our case, in our trailer on the Brohan. We'll get that tipped, and then we'll get the Fent and the class up to, not the class, and the case up to the main farm, and get our cows fed with some mixed ration, which we have yet to do. Heading back up to the cow yard or the dairy farm now with the case. we had 5,388 litres on from that, which was fantastic. We're going to hook up to our Kuhn Knight RA142 here. And just take this round and get this filled up. I'm probably approaching from the wrong way. So what I think we'll do is head round here. We have 11,000. We need this on because we need to see our mixing ratios. So we have 11,893 litres available in here. So basically, we can't do 3 bales. We need to get in enough silage and enough hay first. So I'm going to put in, however we have, we're going to need 2 buckets of this. Which will be under 4,000 litres. So actually 3 buckets of this I think are needed. So we could have really done with loading this up first, but that's alright. So we'll put this into our mixer. So that's the first bit. Again, so get the second lot in. No, that didn't work. This is all stuff that's right up against the edge now. So I think 3 buckets of this will give a good amount. Then we want 1 hay bale. That will do it, and then we'll top it off with straw. And that will mean that we don't have to use the straw. We can just use the hay and the silage. But to be honest, straw saves us money. It costs us. When you think how much we could sell the silage for, putting the straw in there, which is worth so much less money, actually means that it saves us money overall. And straw is much easier to come by than either silage or hay. It takes a lot more work to get silage and hay done than it does with straw. Straw, of course, is a byproduct of us doing crops. So yeah, it's all good. Right, this is our last bucket of silage to go in. Go. So we'll get rid of this now, and then we're going to need 1 straw bale and 1 hay bale. We need to put in the hay bale first, otherwise our mix ratio is going to be off. Drop that off, there we go. And then our bale spike is attached to our bale shredder. Go, and we need to switch to that and drop it off. There we are, that's done. Hay bale first, followed by straw bale, and we've got a rather tipping stack of hay bales here, so let's see if we can take one from that without taking it out. But it might just stabilise it to not have 4 bales on it. It's always risky doing this. There we go. And back. There we are. Yes. And actually that does look to have made it that little bit more stable. So in goes our hay bale. And then finally, we do have a very... Oh, wow, we have a couple of stacks that are ready to fall over as straw. But, ooh, that was a little bit harsh going into there then. But that has done it. So, in with that. And that should be a nice, full trailer. Now, I think, so we'll turn this off. Need to leave the help window up. And there we go. Yeah, and we are full. We are absolutely full. We have total mixed ration in here. So that is all good. Our empty side is to the left. I don't think there is... Yeah, there's no way of changing it. Where this empties is on that side there. So we need to go into the cow area there. We want to turn this on so it's properly mixing it. Not something that's an issue for this, but when we start on seasons absolutely requires you to mix it first. And then we want to turn and head in this way, like so. And there we go, and we can empty out the TMR. Brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Really pleased with that. We must be running low on it now though. No, we're not. We're still going. So let's move it forwards a little bit. Give them a bit more feed along here. But TMR should be good. How is it affecting our cows? Yeah, it's not a massive amount. It would need, wow, it would need probably, that has taken us up to maybe 10% of their total feed requirement. So, yeah, we'd need to do a lot more trips with that or get a larger feed wagon. At the moment, though, that's good. That will do it. That will do them nicely. So I'm just going to drop this off here. We're going to head down to the field and we're going to get the canola cut. Here we are on field 3, all set up and ready to go. I just want to connect back up to this. Here. And then we're going to swap over, so turn that off, swap over to our combine. We'll unfold that while we're here. And I'm just going to reverse that up and hook it onto our header trailer, or our header, sorry. Like so. There we are. And the beautiful thing, and the reason why we bought field 3 is because we can easily slot this header through this gate. Makes it much, much easier for us to get started. We do have the other gate open in the field, so I do need to get that fixed. We are fully up. There we go. Now this field, of course, because we worked on it, is fully fertilized, fully weeded. And just means that we should get a really decent crop of canola off this. I'm certainly hoping so. We're at 3% having done one headland, so we'll one side of the headland. So I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna see how well we do off a couple of headlands here, and we'll be able to move on from there. Another perfect example of why you keep the auger in. You go down that side there, and you're right in the trees. You're cutting this right out from under the trees, and in fact here as well, you can see we come right near a tree branch. And if you hit the side of the combine on this side, it's not so bad as hitting the auger, and that is because you hit the auger and dent it, the auger won't work. Whereas you whack the side of the combine, it's horrible. You've dented it. Yeah, not an advisable thing to do, but you're not going to stop the combine functioning by that happening. So yeah, that's the reason for having, certainly in the UK, for having the auger into the field on that first cut. You want to avoid doing damage that will stop it functioning. Coming up to the last little bit of the second headland, and wow, what a stark contrast to our soybeans earlier. We are 63% full. We are going to be 65% full, I think, by the end of this second headland. Would not surprise me whatsoever. So yeah, there we go, 65% full. I fully expect that we're going to get at least a tank off here, if not a tank and a half, which would be absolutely perfect. Would be absolutely brilliant for us. So we'll cut into here. It will put us even more canola in storage. Yeah, so we're going to cut in. We're not going to be full before the end of this row, I don't think. That would be one heck of a yield through the middle of this field. So as a result, we don't need to worry about emptying as we're going through. But the other side, we are going to have to empty out. I think probably after 2 or 3 rows of this. So that'll be good. We'll get the case in here and get the combine emptied. %, now, and we're halfway back up this field. I am really pleased with how this canola has gone. It's phenomenal, the difference that just a bit of fertilizer makes. We had it on the other field. We were not getting this kind of yield on the other field, and that's because we only got one stage of fertilization onto it. Getting both is really important. So we're going to set the hired worker now, going down the field here. I want to get him lined up and set him off. There we go. Is it him or her? It is a him. And we're going to jump into the case and hopefully catch it before it makes it down to the bottom of the field, so that we can get it emptied. But yeah, this is the first full tank off here, and there's a lot of field left. Is the amazing thing. We still have an awful lot of field left here. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how this is going. So almost empty now. There we go. And away we go again. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, that must have been about 90% off there, I think. So as a result, we're gonna get most of the way to a full trailer here, I think. That would be fantastic news. I'd be really pleased with that. Because that's a lot of canola we've had off this field so far. Coming to the end of the field now, we've got this little bit in the corner to do, and then there's this long stretch going back up the centre of the field, which will take us back to our back to the top of the field, where we can empty, and then we can go and tip what we've got. We've got 58% so far here. So my original estimate of about a tank and a half, not far off, not too bad at all, because I think we had about 90% in when we unloaded last time. We're going to have just over 60% here, I think, at least, when we go to empty this time. So what I'm going to do is put hired worker on here, head over to our case, and what we can then do is we'll just drive beside it as we fill up. So we've got 38% in here, so about 7,849 litres here at the moment. This case does struggle with this a little bit uphill. Also, the tractor could do with the repair. That's interesting that the combine always stops to unload, which it shouldn't be doing at the moment. So I'm just going to pull this up here. Because if he's going to stop, we're going to... Well, we're basically going to position our trailer so that he'll come to the end and hopefully stop or unload when he reaches the end. No, there seems to be some sort of collision on that combine. That's as far forward as I can get. There we go. So that's finished. He's got his auger out. We're going to empty that out. See how much canola we have got off this field. Which hopefully is going to be a nice amount. So we've got 13,372 litres. It has filled our trailer up to 2/3. That is fantastic news. I'm really, really pleased with how much canola we've got of this field. We've had a good time with the soybeans and we've fed our animals. That, though, is our last visit to Meadow Grove for the foreseeable future. I really hope that you've enjoyed this series, because I have. It's a fantastic map. I highly recommend going and downloading it from the mod hub. It is by Nathan. 6934, I think, is his full thing, but it's by Nathan. It's on the mod hub. It is called Meadow Grove. Go download it. I will also put this save game up for download on my community page on YouTube as well. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video and this series. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.